You're welcome, ma'am. Your name and what the Lord has done for you.
Good evening, Koinonia. My name is Chinwe Jemima Upai. I'm here to thank God for his mercies. On the first service of this year, I had the privilege of meeting with Apostle. I waited, joined the queue, and Apostle prayed for me. He prayed for favor for me, and the first favor I received was the opportunity to be part of KSOM. It's been an extraordinary journey. I'm so grateful to God. Now, while in KSOM, I got to meet Apostle again. I wrote my name and I got to meet Apostle, and I told him two things. Like, amongst other things, there were two things I told Apostle that I wanted God to do for me. One was an upliftment in my career, a promotion and visibility. It was on this altar that I gave God glory for giving me a job, right? That was 2023. So that job, I was supposed to be given the position of an assistant lecturer, but because I had not collected my MSc result, it was taking a lot of time, and they were like, I have to take this job. So I got positioned in the lab, and I've been in the lab all this while. But after I spoke with Apostle and he prayed for me, this was around April. May, I got my promotion from a laboratory technologist to the position of an assistant lecturer. I remember the day I came, I had gone somewhere, I left the college, so I went somewhere, so I got a call that I should come and pick up my letter from the office. When I got, my provost, dean, and HOD was there, and they were saying something, but I didn't really get the point. It was when I was leaving, I joined my HOD in his car. He was like, Chinwe, do you know that on your letter, they backdated your salary by 1 year? They're going to have to pay you. They're going to have to pay you for that position, because honestly, I've been in a lower position for all this while, and that's a miracle for me. And I also prayed to God. I also prayed to God that
if you are celebrating Jesus, can you do it properly? May God backdate your own promotion too, in Jesus' name.
So I also prayed to God that he gives me visibility. There was this application I was making, to be part of a youth conference with an international company. And God did it as well. Even though I had spoken with a woman that gave me guidelines on how to apply, I still prayed about it. And in May as well, I got selected to be a delegate for that conference. Also, in May, I had applied for a PhD in the school I finished my master's in, because it was a rough finishing for me during my master's. So I was kind of skeptical about getting the PhD admission, and God did it in May. I got my admission for my PhD program. I want to thank God for the gift of men. Honestly, I've come to understand that really, sometimes I'm like, I don't have to have all the money or all the resources immediately. But whenever I ask God for something, somehow he brings people. Allow me to just testify 3 examples. Last year, if you're in the academics, you need to get to publish, publications. But I was having this challenge about publications. And then someone connected to me from India. I don't know this man. I don't know him from anywhere. And he keeps telling me, Chinwe, what aspect of your discipline are you interested in? And sometimes he will talk to me in such a way that I'm like, I don't even know this man. Where is he from? At the end of this whole thing, I got my first international publication with his help. We got our first international publication. And as Apostle would say, if it happens once, it is just a breakthrough. And even after that, a lot of collaborations with this person has still continued. And still that last year, I was having this challenge of making out 2 outstanding payments for me to get my certificate. And there was this man that came from Germany. He came to introduce his business to the school, the university where I work. So we had a session with him. After everything, I just went to thank him. Thank you, sir, for this. This was so enlightening. And then this man began to ask me about, things. And that was how those bills were sorted, just like that. Then I was like, I've had a lot of favors from a lot of persons. But then it was here in Koinonia. This woman I sat with one Sunday, I don't know her from anywhere. And because of some of the things I've experienced, I've tried to kind of protect myself from a lot of, very close relationships. But she kept trying to be close to me, and she would invite me for lunch, and I would be like, I'm busy. One of the days, I accepted to have lunch with her, and then she says, my driver will come and pick you. I say, okay. And then I'm getting a call from the driver, and he's like, the ambassador's wife has asked me to come and pick you up. I said, ambassador's wife? Which ambassador? I said, okay, because I knew she was the one that, so I got to her house, and I came to realize that this is someone that is up there. And then, okay, I felt I was coming to relate with someone that was a friend. And then she's here introducing me with to her husband. This is my husband. Her husband is like, God, my wife has been talking so much about you. You are such an angel. You're that one. And I'm like, me, where, what? And then he said something. He said, this is your house. We've opened it up to you. Have access. And I'm like, it can only be God. When the driver went to take me back because I had to attend KSOM, driver was like, this woman has been saying so much about it. I'm like, how many times have I met her? I just met her a few times in Koinonia. I'm here to say thank you to God for his favors and everything. And I will not forget to say thank you to Apostle. I will not forget to say thank you to our Father, because every time I listen to his messages and I look back, how I was before, it's been from glory to glory. And I give God all the glory. Thank you.
And we bless the Lord for our testimony tonight.